Good evening. Welcome to tonight's annual town meeting, June 2nd, 2015. If I hear no objections, I will forego reading the greeting and move to the first article. Hearing no objection, first article on the warrant is to elect a moderator. I now open the floor for nominations.
Jill Goldthwait.
We have a nomination for Jill Goldthwait. Are there any further nominations? Hearing no other nominations, I entertain a motion to cease nominations. Do I hear a second? Second. All those in favor of ceasing nominations say aye. Aye. Those opposed? Great. We have one nominee, Jill Goldthwait. I need at least 3 people to step forward and cast a ballot to write the nominee's name on the ballot. The ballot box is here. The ballots and pens are here.
Get 3 already. I guess so. It can be more. Sure.
Has everyone who wishes to cast a ballot done so? I declare the polls closed. By unanimous vote, a vote of 5, Jill Goldthwait is elected moderator.
Do you, Jill Goldthwait, swear or affirm that you will support the Constitution of the United States and of this state, so long as you shall continue a citizen thereof? I do. And do you swear or affirm that you will faithfully discharge to the best of your abilities the duties incumbent upon you as moderator for this annual town meeting, according to the Constitution and laws of the state of Maine? I do.
Sign right there, please.
Good evening. The next item of business on the warrant is Article AA, and I would give the floor to Council Chairman Paul Parity.
First, I'd like to welcome all of you to Bar Harbor's annual town meeting and thank each of you for attending. As Jill said, my name is Paul Parity. I'm the current chair of the town council. I'd also like to introduce all town councilors in case some of you don't know them. First is Bert Barker. Second is David Bowden. Our vice chair is Gary Friedman, Ann Greenlee, Peter St. Germain, I lost him, and Clark Stivers. I'd also like to introduce the chair of the Warrant Committee, John Dargis, right below me here. Thank you, Mr. Dargis, and as well as thank you to the other 21 members of the Warrant Committee for all your hard work this year. I'd also like to take this opportunity to introduce our new town manager, Cornell Knight. Although he's been here about 8 months, many of you have not had the opportunity to meet him. So please welcome him. He and his wife, Kay, have recently purchased a home here in Bar Harbor. Although this is Cornell's first town meeting here in Bar Harbor, he's a seasoned manager who's previously served in Baileyville, Hollowell, Jay, Winthrop, and Topsom. The town council is very pleased and feels very fortunate to have him here. Again, welcome and thank you for attending. Don't forget to vote on Tuesday, June 9th. I've been attending town meetings since my 8th grade history teacher, Mr. Alley, and I don't see him here, suggested that all the students attend. In all those years, I can't recall many instances where Mr. Chad Smith wasn't moderating. In honor of those 40 years of service, the town council passed the following resolution on May 5th. Whereas Chadbourne H. Smith has served for 40 years the residents of Bar Harbor with great distinction since his first election on September 30th, 1975, as the town's moderator, and whereas Chad continued a family tradition of serving as town moderator that spanned over 63 consecutive years, which began with his father, Edwin R. Smith, in 1952. Whereas Chad will long be remembered for his quiet demeanor, his thoughtful approach, and his diplomatic manner, which together enabled him to calmly guide voters through the most contentious issues. And whereas Chad has distinguished himself with his ear for listening and attention to ethics and professionalism, which has earned him great respect. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the honorable members of the Bar Harbor Town Council and the citizens of Bar Harbor do hereby express their deepest gratitude and recognize and honor Chadbourne H. Smith for his positive approach and his great and unselfish service to the town, and take this opportunity to wish him success in his future endeavors. Given our hands and seal at Bar Harbor this 5th day of May 2015. Thank you, Mr. Smith, for your 40 years of service, and as a token of its appreciation, your town would like to present you with this gift and a framed resolution.
Thank you very much. I want to say that with all these accolades, I have never been arrested in the town of Bar Harbor or anywhere else, and the chief of police just came over and invited me to exit. I thought, oh boy. Now it's come to an end. But it does give me pause to reflect a little bit on history. And I started coming to these meetings 63 years ago when my father was moderator of the town meeting. The meetings then were held in the casino, which some of you probably remember, since been torn down, of course. And the meetings had a lot more flavor to them than they do now. I'd say in retrospect, that's my only regret, is perhaps there's less color and humor. The town meeting warrant was like the line item budget of the town meeting. And there would be articles like to see whether or not the town will vote to raise and appropriate $85 to repair the ramp that leads from the easterly end of the town pier to the float. And there was a very able spokesman for the fishermen who used to come to town meeting. He always stood in the same place up on the balcony near the stage in the casino, and he would go on for hours, which was just great for the first half an hour or so. And he exercised a lot of humor. At that time, there was a fish weir that would often get put in down by the town pier, and the herring would run up the shoreline in front of the Bar Harbor Inn, and it was quite a productive place to catch fish and scoop them out of the water there. So there's a lot of entertainment going on down on the town pier, and a lot of things to talk about in the town meeting. Well, as time went by, things got more efficient. Lo and behold, the warrant committee started to talk to the town council before town meeting. And they also talked to the school committee, and there was this communication going back and forth, which reduced the number of issues that had to be dealt with, and the warrant got improved, and the fiscal responsibility of the town increased, and everything got better except for the loss of humor. Tinker Bunker, I want to commend Tinker Bunker, because he was the most recent contributor to good humor, at least in my opinion, at the town meeting. He, bless his soul, lived in Town Hill. He worked at the hospital, and he had to go on the early morning shift. And he reported he rose at town meeting, and if I may, he said, I rise in support, he talked with kind of a Maine accent, I rise in support of the appropriation for the highway department, because I know there's funds in there to improve the Crooked Road, and every morning when I get up, I generally have gone up to the head of the island, which is quite a bit out of my way, and swing back down on Route 3, come into the hospital, and it takes a fair amount of time. It'd be awful nice to go on that Crooked Road. Well, came time a while back when I was running short for time in the morning, and I headed down. I decided I'd take the Crooked Road because it was shorter. Well, I have an old Chevy, and the muffler's kind of hanging off. I got baling wire on there, and the left rear fender, it's a little weak, makes a lot of noise. Well, I got going down that Crooked Road, and kabang, kabang, boom, 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 an awful lot of noise. Well, I got to that sharp corner there, and my God, all of a sudden everything just smoothed out. And I say, my gosh, the town's doing a good job. They got up here when I didn't know it, and they rebuilt this whole road. Well, I drove on for a while, it was nice and smooth, and I looked up, and sun started to come up over, and I got up at the top of the hill there and looked out, and my God, there was water down there, but it didn't look like Bar Harbor. I tried to figure this out, and all of a sudden I realized I'd missed that turn, gone right onto the Bangor Hydro right away, and driven to Northeast Harbor.
No pressure, right? I'm just going to bring you tons of humor tonight. Okay. The next item of business is for me to advise you of the rules of the meeting, and I'm not going to go through all the rules. I'm just going to go through a few of the most important ones. First of all, I plan to be guided by the Maine Moderator's Manual. Are there any objections to using that as our procedural backup? Seeing none, I shall do so. Only the questions on the warrant are properly before town meeting. No other business may be raised or discussed. A speaker must be recognized by the moderator. Please raise your hand to be recognized. Go to the microphone, state your name, and then say your piece. Only Bar Harbor voters may speak. Non-residents of Bar Harbor may speak by permission of a 2/3 vote of town meeting. I'm going to suggest that staff and officials who happen to live out of town be given consent at this point in the meeting to speak if we are asking them to do so for explanatory purposes. And if there are no objections, seeing none, that's the plan. Anyone who wishes to speak should be reasonably succinct about this, and all people who wish to speak a first time will be recognized before anyone is recognized a second time. If there are a lot of speakers, we'll alternate between the pro and con sides, if there is such a thing, on any of these warrant questions. All communication is through the moderator, including questions to others. This is my favorite rule, and this is a quote: "Unless the hall is on fire, a voter should not interrupt a speaker." If there is a challenge to my call on a voice vote, please, immediately after the vote, after my announcement of the decision on the vote, please call out challenge or object or hey or anything. And if 6 other people agree with you, we will proceed to a different type of vote, either a hand vote or a hand count or a written ballot. I think that covers the most important points, other than, of course, the state law that says all persons shall be silent at the moderator's command. I like that one too. I don't know if I'm a moderator or an emperor, but those are the rules. So we will now proceed with the business in the warrant, and Article B is the election of warrant committee members. We have a slate of nominees that was presented by the nominating committee, which consisted, they met on March 20th, 2015. It's the page, the first yellow side, so it's the page before the opening of the other business. And you will see listed there the slate, which I will now read. And after that slate is read, those people are nominated, and if there are additional nominees from the floor, I will accept those at that point. So nominees are Michael Blythe, Robert Chaplin, John Dargis, Cass Dowden, Sherry Dyer, Jonathan Eno, Michael Good, James Grover, Emily Henry, Matthew Hockman, Jake Jagel, Donna Carlson, Elizabeth Case, John Kelly, Amanda Kendall, James Kittler, Seth Libby, James Marock, Rosamond Ray, Melinda Rice, Catherine Schultz, and Jacqueline Smith. Are there any nominations from the floor? Yes.
Madam Moderator, my name is Sherry Rasmussen from Bar Harbor.
Can you pull the mic down just a bit and see if we hear you
Sherry
better?
Rasmussen from Bar Harbor.
Is that mic on? I think it's on. It's on? Okay.
Closer?
I
How's
can't
that?
hear you, but maybe everybody else can.
Okay, I'll talk louder.
Thank you.
How's that?
Good.
I have, first I want to thank the warrant committee. There are 22 qualified people, but I have a very good reason that I want to nominate 3 more people. And my nominations are Arnold Lundquist, Aaron Early Ward, and Ozzie Watterson. And may I state my reason for wanting to add these nominations?
You may.
I don't know if the citizens of Bar Harbor are aware of this, but 3 of our nominations on the yellow page are in an active lawsuit against the town of Bar Harbor. While it might be legal to be in an active lawsuit against the town of Bar Harbor, we are a small town. We're only 5,000 people. We don't normally sue our neighbors. We normally try to work things out. And I think if someone is serving on the warrant committee and making decisions about our money, our finances, they shouldn't be suing us. We are Bar Harbor, so when a citizen sues Bar Harbor, that citizen is suing all of us. Is it okay if I give the names of the people who are suing us?
One moment, please. Assuming that it is public knowledge, then yes, you may state the names.
May I ask the town manager if he thinks it's public knowledge? It's on a public document, is that correct?
Mr. Manager?
Well, the law, are you speaking of the petitions?
I'm speaking about the most recent lawsuit.
Yes, the people that brought the suit against the town
Yes.
are Art Greif and Sam Dunlap. The question that was asked to me earlier was who was involved with the petitions.
Yes. Okay. And those people who were involved with the petitions that led to the lawsuit and are serving on the warrant committee are Jake Jekyll, Michael Good, and Donna Carlson. And I hope that the citizens of Bar Harbor think that it's inappropriate for someone who serves on a warrant committee to promote suing the town.
Thank you for your comments. Are there other nominations from the floor? Yes.
My name is Donna Carlson. I live in Bar Harbor. I don't know the procedure here. I'm not a lawyer. But I would like a record shown to me of what is this lawsuit that's active that Ms. Rasmussen is referring to. I think you're in a difficult place. I don't see any record. I don't think there's any
Thank you,
active
but
lawsuit.
the business right now is nominations.
Okay, so is there a later time I may speak?
That item is not on the warrant, hence, there is not a point where we can discuss that.
Okay, thank you.
Are there any other nominations for the warrant committee from the floor? Seeing none, let me explain to you what the process will be for the vote. Do you have a ballot? All right. Anticipating the possibility of floor nominations, we have a ballot made up. It lists the 22 nominees forwarded by the nominating committee. The fixed number of people who may serve on the warrant committee by charter, by town charter, is 22. So there is plenty of room to write in any of those other floor nominees you wish to. And do I understand that we have it up on a screen?
We can display them.
The names were Aaron Early Ward, Orwell or Ozzie Watterson, and Arnold Lundquist. Is that appearing somewhere, Paul? No. No. Okay, good. All right. Now, this is, listen here. You must check off individually every box for anybody in the list of the nominations that we had prior to the start of this meeting. If you wish to vote for a floor nominee, you must write their name in and you must check off the box. This is just a state law about how you do this. I apologize, it seems cumbersome. Write the name and check the box. If you vote for more than 22 people, your ballot will be invalid. So, you cannot vote for more than 22 people, any 22 of your choice on the ballot, including the floor nominees. We are going to form 2 lines, but don't move yet, to come and pick up a ballot, go back to your seat. I'll give you a few minutes to fill it out. Then we're going to form 2 lines. You're going to bring your ballot up. You're going to fold it in half long ways so it will fit in the slot of the ballot box, and you will vote. And then we will probably proceed with the business whilst we have some election clerks here to count ballots, and we'll announce that tally as soon as we have it. They will be in the room working on counting the ballots. Are there any questions about the process? Yes.
to expedite things, would it be easier to have 2 lines coming down the center and 1 line on the outside of each? We have 4 tellers, so they can be passing the ballots out quicker.
All right.
I have a question.
Yes?
What if there is no lawsuit now, or these people are not involved?
This is, these people are all nominated, and you may vote for any of them that you choose to.
But serious accusations have been made up against people that are not true.
I guess
Is
I
that a problem?
understood the comment, and I respect your concern about that, and I can only tell you that the petitions are a matter of record, and so that was
Which
the
is a-
basis for the comments.
The petitions are a very fine citizen action, but the lawsuit is separate from that.
At this point in the meeting, we have 25 nominations for the warrant committee, and you have the opportunity to vote for any 22 of those. Everybody clear? You ready, Pat? All right, if you will stand up, come down the center aisle, and peel off, go to both ends of the table, and pick up a ballot, please. Sorry, there's a point of order. I can't... Sorry, I can't hear you. No. We did that by virtue of there being no more forthcoming. All right, well, that sucked. I feel really bad that it was a disadvantage to those people. I probably shouldn't have let her speak. But
It's her
it's done.
opinion, and it's done.
Yeah, maybe you're not supposed to, I guess there was tantamount to debating, maybe we're not supposed to debate on a nomination, but it does seem a disadvantage, but here we are. So far, that's fine.
Okay, so we're gonna go get our ballots.
Yeah, I know.
It's not our job.
All right.
You going then?
I'm not.
What? Card. This?
Thank you.
I think they would let you involve. Oh, then I should take mine.
What's that?
Card.
Because you don't remember?
Well,
Because I did not.
yes, well, Paul discussed with him because he forgot this. I don't know. But it's a long trip. Better to have it nominated. Standing in the voicemail.
I understand your objections, Jake. She did clarify and say petitions, but that was an unfortunate beginning to the meeting, because I wasn't.
Thank you.
We put up our solar panels last week. Yeah, we're pretty excited. We're running the meter backwards.
Very good.
For now.
Magnets on the sides of it.
Banker Hydro frowns on that kid.
Yeah, they do. They don't like that the pack on the tree is broken.
Yeah.
They don't know what they're doing now because the beef person came around, noticed it. They don't have it. It's all done.
Is it?
Yeah.
By electronic. They don't have
They
meters.
don't meter reading.
They have one usage. Data.
Yep, they would be handy. Next time you amend the charter.
Yeah.
I think people would go for it.
Wow. Amending the charter is a process. Well, I guess it depends on what.
Well, you can do, if it's, I don't know, insignificant.
Did everyone who wishes to receive a ballot receive one? Anyone who did not get a ballot who wants one? All right, has everyone returned their ballot to a ballot box? Okay, I am going to declare the vote closed because once we begin the tally, we won't be accepting any other votes. So, is there anyone who hasn't voted that wants to do so? All right, this vote is closed. And we will ask the counters to proceed, and as soon as we have a result, we will let you know, but I think we'll proceed with the business of the meeting in the meantime. Sorry. John Dargis, are you down there? Yes, John Dargis, Chairman of the Warrant Committee for last year, wanted to say a few words.
Good evening. Yeah, I'm John Dargis. I've been chair of the Warrant Committee for just under 2 years now. And just for those of you who don't understand what the Warrant Committee does, I thought it might be informative to say a few words about our actions. As you see from your ballot, there are 22 members, all registered voters in the town of Bar Harbor. Our job is to review the entire warrant, all of the warrant articles, the school budget, the municipal budget, and make recommendations to the voters of the town regarding all those warrant articles. In order to do that, we break down into subcommittees to address the various parts of the budget. Our subcommittee members attend school board meetings, sit down and go through the entire school budget with school board members. We sit down with all the department heads of the town of Bar Harbor, Public Works, Sewer, Harbor Master, Police Chief, Fire Chief, and then the subcommittees bring their recommendations to the full warrant committee. And we do most of our work, all of our work regarding the main budget over the course of five meetings in February and March. And we review the entire budget, line by line. Again, the school budget, the whole municipal budget, and any other warrant articles, anything that comes before the voters of the town of Bar Harbor, except for political elections. And at the end of that whole process, we sit down with the town council, and if we're not all on the same page at that point, we attempt to reconcile any differences we may have. This year, I think we pretty much were largely all on the same page, but that's not always the case. But regardless, it's a good process, and I just wanted to thank the town council for the respect they give to the warrant committee and how well they've listened to us, and we feel it's a very productive process. In the end, whether you all agree with our conclusions or not, you can at least know that the budget and all the warrant articles are pretty well vetted by the voters of this town by the time they get here. And in light of our nominees tonight, I also want to throw out there that in the future, if anybody wants to be considered for warrant committee, we put together nominations with the nominating committee at the end of the year, but we also, during the year, inevitably have people who leave, resignations, and fill vacancies during the year. So anybody here, don't have to be an old guy with a beard like me and Jake, but anybody, any registered voter of the town, could pass your name along to me or any warrant committee member or to Pat Gray at the town office. And again, I just would also like to thank the 22 warrant committee members for the many hours and all the hard work we put in this year. And I feel it's a really good group, really diverse group from this town. Thank you for your time.
All right, we are ready for Article C, which is Education Budget Expenditures, regular instruction, to see what sum the school committee is authorized to expend for regular instruction for the fiscal year beginning July 1, 2015 and ending June 30, 2016. Is there a motion?
The Warrant Committee recommends, and I move, to authorize to expend